Hey there, and happy Friday. Does anybody feel like, oh, I made it through the end of the week, or to the end of the week, I should say. I enjoy like looking forward to like my Friday schedule, getting my groceries stocked up for the weekend. The grands are coming, and yeah, so, and I have time also. I've been working behind the scenes for next week's Fairmont Stamp Camp. I still have spots open for that, so I love that I've had time to come to, I think, every day this week, and then to also allow myself time to plan ahead and get more content for you guys as well. So I just want to briefly touch on the Phrases and Frames bundle today. And so this is going to be my focus. I'm going to show you this card once I get the card turned around, and then like an alternate project using this these supplies, but just different paper, because sometimes it's fun to see different things and how they look when that's done too. Great guy card, just kind of like to me gives me a little bit of like that shiplap or nautical look or something too. And I'm also going to show you how to use the impressions plate with the Phrases and Frames dies. So let me get my camera turned around. I have used that large frame on a project not too long ago, and so today I thought it'd be fun to use the smaller frame and kind of show you how that goes. And we've got this here. So my focus, like I said, is going to be on showing you how to get that kind of special puff to your frame here, and just kind of the layering and going through that. So I think putting the focus on this, but keeping the card simple is the way to go. The Phrases and Frames is awesome. So if you remember, I did this big frame not too long ago that was on a card here. And then I was able to show people like, okay, this is what it looks flat, and then puff it up and such. And so using the impressions plate, you can see it goes from flat to something like this that really has a lot of, I have it the wrong way, depth and texture and such. So you can see it does make a big difference on certain things like that. And so today I'm focusing on this frame, and then it at the same time cuts out that oval. So the square cuts out that and such. So you can see that. And then the stamp set, I love the stamp set, and I've been using that a ton. It's got anniversary sentiments, which I often am on the lookout, because I do send quite a few anniversary cards with our two large families on each side. And so it's nice to have different sentiments, so I don't feel like I'm using the same happy anniversary over and over. It's like, yeah, I've got something new, plus some nice birthday. And even this one, yeah, I didn't forget your birthday. I just wanted it to last longer. Sometimes we forget we have the best intentions on sending cards, so it's kind of fun to find a stamp set with a little bit of a belated cheer in there too. So this is from the current catalog, Phrases and Frames there. And the paper that I'm using, oh, maybe I'll just show you my scraps. I think sometimes I think the scraps look junky, but other times I think, well, then when you see the little bits and pieces here, this is my favorite one, then you'll go, oh gosh, yes, I know exactly what that is. So this is the Country Woods Designer Series paper. This has been around for a while, and it is still available. So I always say, you know, if you think you're interested and it's been around for a while, maybe now is the time to get it. I didn't look ahead to see if this is part of the paper sale, but boy, I feel like it sure should be, because I know some of the brand new paper isn't on the paper sale, but things that have been around a while are on that 15% off paper sale. And today's also the last day for double rewards. So it's fun that there's a sale on plus double rewards. So that's exciting. And as I put this down, I'm just going to switch hands here and also bring you this, if you like the supply list, to screenshot or pause on for all of the things that I'm using for today's card. All right, so I'll get to it. What I did, let's see, I think what I'm going to do is kind of start to build the card and then go to that little bit more detailed frame. So I've got this fun paper, and this is from that same pack, like I said, Country Woods. I cut this 3.5 by 4.75, and then I'm going to mat it on Early Espresso 3.75 by 5 inches. And even the back side's really fun too. Hello there, Diane. Thanks for joining in. All right, one of my Fairmont ladies. Okay, can't wait to see my Fairmont ladies next week, Thursday. It'll be here before we know it, less than a week away, which also tells me I've got a lot more work to do than what I've accomplished so far to get ready. They always bring a big group, and I always hope that I have enough, and I have so far. So there we go. And this has some pool party in it, so I just thought that would be kind of fun to back this. And then what I did too, I thought I would show you the difference of just that 1/4 inch all the way around, which I usually do. And this time I'm giving it a 1/2 inch. Sometimes every once in a while, I'll do a 1/2 inch. And I feel like when I've got this much of the paper and to show a little bit more to help it like coordinate, I always think that's kind of a good thing to do too. So I'm just going to go ahead now and put that on there too. So we went from a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch. And then this is ready to go. And then my card, I should show you, I'm kind of doing that long orientation here of cutting it at the 4 1/4, scoring at 5 1/2 there the long way. And now let's do some work on that frame. I'm going to set this aside. And so with the phrases and frames, what you'll do first is just take and do your standard cut. So I'm just taking the frame like I would normally do to cut it out. And I'm just going to run that through here. And of course I'm going to save that oval. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, but it's always good to know. So standard cutting, layering, and then of course we're tempted to take like the your scissors or take your pick tool or your bone folder and kind of pluck that out. Don't do that, because what we're going to do next then with this and the impressions plate is build the sandwich. So when you get the impressions plate, it's called plate, and so for the longest time I was calling this a mat, because you can see it's more of a mat. It's pretty thick, you can tell, but it's called the impressions plate. When you get this, then it also comes with this, and I have not thrown this away. I will not throw this away, because it's a piece of paper. Unlike, you know, we've got the instructions on our cutting plates and such. Well, this I just kind of put with all of those things so I don't ever lose it. So in here, when we go to use the impressions plate, we need plate 1, and then we need a 2, and then we're going to put that die down here, and then I'm going to put the impressions mat on here, like so, and then we need that specialty plate. So I'm just going to kind of do that. If you stagger it, that's fine, as long as you know that, especially that die is not very big, then it's going to easily fit. Oops. Oh, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It just feels like it's tight. Oh, I know. 2 is not a cutting plate. Hello. 2 is, here we go. 2 is the shim. It's like, this is not feeling right. Okay. This is why we do live, so that you guys can see I don't do everything perfectly all the time. There we go. Okay, so 1, 2, impressions plate, and then 4. I should have put the number up on top. And yes, now it just slides and glides through. Much better. Now I feel better about it. I was like, this is not good. Okay, so now we can poke this out like so. Just a nice little pop here. And hopefully you can see what it does. And if you're thinking, well, I could see little bits and lines, I'm going to show you kind of just another version. So this is just with it cut out only. And then this is that same frame after it goes through with the impressions mat. So I kind of like to show that. So kind of fun comparison there. And then I'm just going to take that same die again, and I just need the inside of the, can just cut it at an angle, because I just want that oval for our stamping and to kind of layer that within the frame. So we just need that, and then we're all done with that machine. So now we can kind of finish doing this. With this being darker, I have some black dimensionals that I'm using just in case it's would happen to show on the edges. Then the dark ones, the dark is nice to go with that. And so then I'm using my Early Espresso ink pad From Phrases and Frames, I have a Fabulous Day, Early Espresso ink, and since I have that ink pad open, I'm going to go ahead and stamp out happiest birthday wishes here, that long way, on my 4x5 1/4, because my card opens that way. So I'm just going to set that aside, and now I'm just going to take my dimensionals here and put that in the 4 corners like so. This one's kind of goofy. It just kind of slid, but I wonder if it caught a paper. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's goofy. I think the dimensional, like the other side, stuck to that, and so not worth playing with that because I think it's done. Okay, I've got that. Okay, and then I'm going to flip this over and just put a couple dimensionals on here as well. So I've got that like so. All right, and then what I'm going to do next is place this over here first, and then this is just going to slide right in there like so. So it's all popped up the same way. Have a fabulous day. And I just love how that looks. I haven't done this yet with this frame, but I think it'd be kind of fun to do that on like gold or silver foil, because I think it would make it look totally like almost metallic, like a big metal chunk versus just paper. So that's kind of fun. And I've always got tons of baker's twine. Stampin' Up! Used to be so good about selling all sorts of colorful ones, and so I stocked up on those because I just loved them. And so this is kind of going back to my stash. Although the baker's twine assortment that we have right now has some great neutral tones, and that would look really nice with this too, this project. But I thought, you know, let's pull out some of the pool party if I have it and just show you something. And sometimes if I tell you like, hey, it's retired or whatever, then I hear from you guys like, oh, this is great, because I have some that's sitting in my stash that is retired also, and now I can remember to use it. So that just coordinates. And then we need a little bit of sparkle on there because it's looking pretty monochromatic. And now we have these newer shimmering dots. They were from the annual catalog, or not annual, but the current catalog. I still want to say annual because it came out at the same time the annual catalog usually does. So it came out in May. So the current catalog here, and then it's got some fun little shimmer, almost like some blues and such in there, but it kind of has little bits of flecks in there, which also reminds me of this paper. So I'm just going to take and put a large one. Whoops, where did it go? I don't even know where it went. A large one, maybe it just didn't come off. I'm going to put a large one there and then just grab a couple small ones. It's probably, if it didn't come off, it'll probably show up somewhere after my video or 2 weeks down the road, right? All right, so then that just adds a little bit of pop to this. But I think sometimes, like for a guy card, they don't need all the bells, whistles, and things like that. They just like something like, oh, hey, I got noticed. So that's good for them, and for an embellishment that adds something, but it doesn't look too extra shimmery, shiny, and all that too. Like I know my guys would like a card like this. All right, so I've got happiest birthday wishes to go with have a fabulous day, and I like that the fonts match up that way too. So hopefully that will help you figure out what that new impressions plate is, and when you see things like that, hopefully today's video will help you have success with using it yourself. Or you might go, I don't know anything about that. And so hopefully that has helped you with that as well. So take care. Thanks so much for watching all this week. You guys have been great with that. And I hope to be back next week with some more inspiration. Have a fun weekend. Bye-bye.